space where love meets truth, where healing is honored, and where we rise together. This is the Carter Love Talk Show, a show created just for you. Here we have real conversations, the ones that nurture, that challenge, that elevate. This is where self-love isn't just a phrase. It's a practice where self-trust is built, self-honesty is celebrated, and affirmations become the foundation of how we move. But growth doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in community. That's why we're also talking about the things that shape our world. Our businesses, our finances, our future. We're shining a light on the voices, the visionaries, and the movements making an impact. Because elevating you means elevating us. If you've been looking for a space to grow, to learn, to unlearn, you're in the right place.
Hello, my loves. Welcome to the Carter Love Talk Show. I'm your host, Deshae Carter. Today's episode is brought to you by Shea Shea Butter. Yes, we have oils for your hair, skin, and soul, okay? So today we are going to talk even more about this. We have a girly coming on who is going to share with us the importance of utilizing natural products, not problems, not the products, okay? So let's bring her in. We're gonna dance. We're gonna have a little dance break as the technology catches up with us. Because it be doing what it wants sometimes. My goodness. So seriously, it's okay. We're gonna work it out. So anyways, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the girly, okay? So met her online in a social group. So it was a group full of creatives on Instagram, and I gravitated towards her products because she does something very similar to me. Like I said, I make the oils for your hair, skin, and soul, and the soul aspect of it is your mental health. I utilize these oils as aromatherapy. And so I gravitated to her products because of that, but mainly because her post. She posts educational facts about the different ingredients that she uses, the different ingredients in her garden, which I think is amazing. And so I was like, I have to talk to you. We have to do some lives together. We have to connect. I need to learn from you because I utilize books and Pinterest, baby. But it gets me through, okay? But this girl, she keeps it all right there in her mind, and I love it. It's amazing to me. So I am really excited to introduce you guys to her as soon as we can connect. I am excited, and I can't wait to let her educate you guys on some of the things that she knows, how we can connect with nature, and how we can elevate through nature, and all the things. Yeah, it's gonna be so exciting. hmm So I'm gonna look at my notes to make sure I have all of her details. I gave her, make sure I give her a proper welcoming. Boom. All right, so but we are on our way. We are on our way. There she is. Hello, my love.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Of course. Okay. I want to make you bigger, but these are moving. Stay over here. It's okay. Okay, so we start off talking a little about how I'm into my natural. We'll dive into your natural journey. For me, it started off by different, the different women we see things of that nature, and that felt natural to me. None of it felt real. But as I grew up, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, and my doctor told me she wanted me to go natural for 3 months. So natural definition was no artificial anything, no artificial foods, no artificial foods, no dyes, no artificial sweeteners, no none of that. And so that was the requirement, and to work out for an hour a day. And so that's what we're doing. That's what I was doing. And so when I went natural with my hair, I seen that, so I was like, okay, this is not good for my hormones. It's going to further the imbalance that I already have. And so I decided that I would start my products. So I started off with a shea butter blend, and then I grew into the oils. And then as I started learning more about mental health, I dove into essential oils. So with the essential oils, that aromatherapy, it helped me in a way that I never experienced. And so I started infusing them into my oils and utilizing them in my hair and on my skin, and just like if I ever felt overwhelmed and things of that nature. And so it was very beneficial to share this with the people. And so that's how I started the Shea Butter brand. And kind of grew from there, and I embrace it. I love it. I use. And so that's my story when it comes to these things. I love utilizing natural things to elevate. And then I just kind of grow that when it comes to me and who I am, to find natural coping skills and different ways to ground myself and to connect with nature and things of that nature. So, sorry, there it is. Okay. I lost you. I lost you. Okay. We might have to do this a different way. Hello?
Hey, love, did it drop?
I don't know. I don't see you on screen anymore, my love. I'm gonna click the link again.
Okay, I'll try again.
Okay, thank you.
It dropped. Okay.
All right, while we get her back, I want to check these boxes. Okay, let's see. I just want to see if you guys have any questions, because then that way we can talk about what you want to talk about for a little while we get her back. I am not seeing all the chat boxes. I'm pulling them up now. Pulling up the chat boxes. Ooh. Anyways, so the chat boxes are doing what they want on this screen. I can pull up on my phone, but I don't want to do that. That's a distraction. So, one of my favorite oil combos that help relax me very well is sage. It's clary sage ester oil. I mix it with spearmint, and then I add orange. It is so relaxing, very calming, but you have to get the right consistency. The time I did this, my goodness, I was so like super relaxed. I felt like I was unable. It was like that intense. But it was one of my favorites. A really good overall one to have is definitely going to be one of the mints, whether spearmint or peppermint. That's a good one to have for sure. All right, we're getting her back now. It's loading. Technical things are not fun, but we are rocking with them and we are rolling. I will share with you a couple affirmations that I like to use. My current affirmations. So I have affirmations that I love. But I usually have some current ones, right? Because of matter what I'm facing, in that maybe it's something I'm facing that week, that month, or whatever. I always have some current that I'm utilizing. So current ones right now are: I have the courage to be talked about. I have the courage to be disliked. I have the courage to be misunderstood. I've been finding that a lot of the reasons why we don't do what we want, or why we don't stand up and be our authentic selves, is because we are afraid of being disliked, afraid of being misunderstood, and afraid of being talked about. But the reality is they're going to talk regardless, right? So you might as well do you. But also, we want our voices to be bigger than the next person's. And I like doing these affirmations while I utilize my oils, because it just kind of enhances the experience and elevates the affirmation. And then it also helps because when you start doing these affirmations, right, you're doing these affirmations, you're talking to yourself, uplifting yourself, speaking life to yourself. And then you have that scent to go with it, right? So the next time you smell that scent, you're going to think about those affirmations. Another way to help recall those things. It's a beautiful way to show yourself some self-care, some self-love. And it's one of my, like I said, it's one of my favorite things to do. The other reality is, the more you say these things, the more that you speak to yourself in these ways. This is why I tell people all the time, it's okay to talk to yourself. I do it all the time. It's beautiful to have these connections with yourself, because it strengthens your voice. People are always going to tell you what you don't even have to ask for, baby. That unsolicited advice is coming your way, okay? So this is going to happen regardless, but your voice will be louder. The more you speak to yourself, the more you give yourself life, the more you do these things, you are going to strengthen your voice and quiet theirs. So their voice will no longer overpower yours. When you have those moments where you feel a little weak, we have those moments where we're exhausted, and sometimes we're just willing to take whoever's advice that we trust because we're tired of doing it by ourselves, right? In those moments, because you've done the affirmations consistently, because you've done the affirmations regularly, you're now going to recall that. Your voice is still going to be strong. It's going to speak up for you when you can't. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful practice. So I encourage you to try it. One of the more powerful things for me has been audio journaling. So what I do is I literally get on my phone, that little voice memo app, and I just talk. I start off, sometimes if I feel like I've been holding back a lot, I start off by saying, I give you permission to be completely honest with me. I give you permission to not hold back. I give you permission to say names if you need to say names, baby. I give you permission to be 100% honest with me. And then it's like, once I give myself that permission, it all just starts to flow out of me. And it's beautiful because it's a release, but also as I'm talking, answers start to come to me. Because the reality is, we have the answers inside of us. We do. We have those answers inside of us. It's sitting there talking to us all the time, but we are so, our minds are so clouded with the voices of others. And I'm not saying that it's not okay to have, get opinions from other people, but it's to be taken with a grain of salt. It's to be, you take what's for you and you leave the rest. Sometimes we be taking it all. And that's not what we need to be doing. So, I love to just get on there and I give myself permission to be honest, and I just start to talking. And then as I'm talking, then my intuition starts to speak up, and she goes, oh, okay, so you're responding in this way because of this, okay? And so this is what's going on with you, and this is connected to your childhood. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come up with an affirmation. And so then she gives me an affirmation. And so then after that, I'm giving myself the love that I need, right? So I'm either giving myself a firm talking to, or I'm telling myself, you deserve this, you are worthy of this, this is what you need to do, this is what you have the courage to do these things. And it's usually more like, I'm walking in this. You know, I'm walking in this. This is who I am. I am a leader. So I have the courage to be a leader. I have the courage to be a therapist. I have the courage to be a counselor. I have the courage to be a coach. I have the courage to be a queen, to be a goddess. I have the courage, right? And so sometimes we have to remind ourselves that we have that within us, because it's hard to consistently do that in a world that's telling us not to. In a world that's pitting us against one another, right? In a world that's saying, oh, what you went through wasn't that serious, or the gift that you have ain't all that, or such and such has that same gift and she uses it like this. You know what I mean? There's a lot of outside voices. It's our family, it's our society, it's the internet, right? And so it's important that our voices are louder. Our voices need to be louder. Our voices need to be way louder. All right, let's see. She's calling. Hello, love.
Hey, what should I do?
Let me see. Let me see what's going on.
Because when I even got on and we were talking, I couldn't even.
Oh, that's weird. How do you feel about, let me see. How do you feel? I don't know if it'll pick you up though. Let's see.
I don't think it's my connection. I have like good connection, everything's loading perfectly. So I don't know if it's like Streamlabs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see. I'm gonna see anything. Everything is on my end. It might be Streamlabs because it was moving slow when I was trying to see where you were at. I wanted to see if I can. Let me see. Is this?
Does it have to be on Streamlabs or can we do it offline?
Oh, I don't know what to do. Let me see. Sorry, because the computer is moving slow, so I'm like I can't fix a technical issue if if it's moving this slow.
Okay.
Let me see what's going on. Let me see something too. All right, let me call you right back. I think I'm gonna just. I think I'm gonna end the live and restart.
Restart on what?
I have to see. I'm trying to see if I restart the live, if it'll if Streamlabs will work with us.
Can you do it on a different device besides your computer, or is your computer being too slow?
I can try doing it on my phone, but I don't know if the quality will be as good. Let me see something.
If it works, it's better than. But yeah, I get it.
Yeah, let me see. Because that's the other thing.
Did you see me well when I was on there?
I could see you, but it was glitching. The audio was glitching. Let's close. I'm gonna close out on this live, and then I'm going to open back up. I'll try opening up on my phone. I just the app that they give me for Streamlabs on my phone, it may not let me do it on Instagram, and I know that we talked about Instagram being the best for you. But we're having this conversation live, so that's why I was like, I'll close the live, and then we can come up with a game plan.
Okay.
Okay. All right, my love. I am going to. I'm gonna close. I just realized too that I want to check since the live went the way it went. Let me see something really quickly because. Okay, cool. Because I was looking at my screen and I didn't see the mic moving, and so I was like, damn, can they even hear me? You guys, I'm looking forward to having a crew. All of this is going to end up being edited out, but I am looking forward to having a crew because today has been the technical difficulty day from hell. So we are going to restart this live so that we can have our guest on, because I really want you guys to hear. I want you to hear from her, and I want her to have her chance to tell her story. So I'm going to close this out, and then I'm going to come back. Thank you for whoever's watching at this time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate your time and your patience. We are going to restart the live, and hopefully we will have smooth sailing. I will, if you cannot stay to watch the next live, it will be posted on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. But then by Thursday, it will be on Stage Plus Network. So I really thank you for being here. I'm going to close out with our affirmations. So remember that you are worthy always. You're worthy of listening to your body and giving her what she needs, giving him what he needs, right? You are worthy of giving yourself love and care and kindness, positive words, encouraging words of affirmation, words. Sometimes you might need to be firm with yourself, but not mean, right? Not tearing yourself down. You are worthy of that. You are so worthy. You are worthy of unconditional self-love and self-care. Until next time, my loves, I will see you soon. Very soon. Bye-bye. Is it gonna end? Oh my gosh. Okay. It'll end eventually. At some point. I think it ended at 1:10, but it says it's been saying 1:10. It never even went live on here. I forgot I have to hit go live. Hello. Girl, this is crazy. I'm just restarting the I'm gonna restart the laptop, and then I'll restart the live. We can restart the live. It should be fine after I restart it. I don't know why it was moving like that. That's